I will trust that we are streaming live. And we are also recording. I will trust that we are streaming. Fantastic. So thank you everyone for joining. I've just come out of a pre-healing with this amazing group of masters here with me, holding space before we came in, because today is a very special 144 gathering number 7, keys to new earth, and whatever else may come through live. And thank you for joining, for adding your energy. In new unity is community. Moving forward, today is the 9th of July, 2023. This is Anastasia Blue Beyond Guide. Energies coming from 9D to 5D. And this is about showing up, embodying and joining and coming together to create our new earth energies. You can do all the talk that you like. However, to show up and combine your energies with others is what has been called for. So this new unity and community space is like no other on the planet, of both spirit, soul, in embodying firstly at the forefront. It's very important that we take this time to welcome you energetically in holding space with everybody here, in voicing and tabling for you to slow down, to feel, and to consciously uptake the energy vibrations. So quite often when we start, it's a pre-healing. We've already done a pre-healing with these souls who are guided to join. And now this is a pre-clearing for me to bring through what I do live in the moment. The preparation is show up and be you. And the rest comes from within, because we're new earth pioneers raising consciousness for all of humanity through unconditional love, which is the highest vibration on the planet. And it starts with you showing up and embodying a soul space here. And that's how we create new earth energies together. And when I voice and table, it allows you to help yourself with that pure divine energy source vibration of a trailblazer, ascension, pioneer, grandmaster energy that is beyond 3D words. So you need to show up with your consciousness and feel and uptake what it is for you. This is you helping you to help heal yourself. You are your greatest healer with your personal connection with God, source, the divine. You choose. Don't let anybody else tell you what to do, when to do. They can table it, and then you resonate and feel an uptake. Do not blindly take on what someone else shares. I'm not the first to say this. Many have said this before. We are currently, at the moment, still going through a dark night of the soul energies. And I want to gently remind everybody that the last video I did a couple of weeks ago, which was so incredible, it was 5 days of a super healing that was gifted. And I got a little tap on the shoulder this morning, but due to the amount of energy that it takes to bring these through, I don't know how many of these live videos I'll be able to hold in 2024. So there's a bit of a heads up. So I want to gently remind everyone from the 24th of the June live, the energy that brought through from energy synthesis I was sharing, and somebody wrote, "Thank you, Anastasia. This is so huge. Thank you for explaining the conscious and unconscious empath. I've definitely done both, as I've had to endure absurd abuse for just being present, especially in a marriage situation. I did learn that I was a mirror and become a more conscious empath. Thank you for explaining how our mass consciousness was hijacked and severely abused so many millennia ago. I've not heard it explained that way. And that brought another level of understanding. And you're saying that our breaking through makes a difference. Thank you. I assure you, we are breaking through from the Ascension timeline rebellion from about 22,000 years ago, when our consciousness was enslaved. I'm not going to go into that again. You can watch, it's on YouTube and on the Anastasia Blue Beyond Guide Facebook page. That video, I cannot state how amazing that was. You'll have to watch it yourself. And it went for 5 days. It was huge. And so to come on today, I had to push through the dark night of the soul collective energies to show up to be able to do the video. That's the reality and the truth. So thank you for everyone holding space. And thank you for those of you watching and joining, because our energies together are assisting, creating a new timeline in new unity right here and right now. You are part of this. Every single one of you are part of this in your own way. So just releasing some energies. Okay, I'm just feeling everyone's energies processing and releasing. So the pre-healing we did is now coming through. So everyone that was in the Zoom with me, that pre-healing, our energy is starting to lift and rise. So just know the Ascension Timeline Rebellion caused the Atlantean cataclysm when we had a solar dragon energy come through, that when I was guided to read the solar dragon, it spoke about it spoke about activating, illuminating the DNA within us that has been dormant since the fall of Atlantis. So that's a bit of new information. And this new information about illuminating the DNA within us that has been dormant since the fall of Atlantis matches with the Ascension Timeline Rebellion information that Lisa Renee brought through recently. So today you are going through a DNA upgrade of the hidden, of the hidden energies of what's been happening behind the scenes. And it's interesting that the previous email updates that from Anastasia Blue Beyond God shared were from behind the scenes, below the iceberg. And it's time for these hidden energies to come up. So while I've been here and you've been here a long time, 29 years coming up for me, and ready to pull back, it's like, no, it's now. So everything that you've gone through now has been preparation for right now. I assure you, we are breaking through. When you take your focus off out there and seeing what's happening, okay, that's not an indication of what's happening. It's here and us coming together. So if you look out there, you're going to see all the discord, all the darkness, all the shadow, all the old needs to be revealed. This was written about years ago. It's revelation times. The old needs to come up and out. So don't look out there for a sign of new earth, guys and girls. No, no, no. Here, right now, you, me. And today I'm going to share a golden key in creating new earth for yourself. Okay, from an experience and experiences that I'm currently going through as a new earth ascension pioneer, an overseer of humanity's ascension for many years, going through it firstly, blazing a trail in my human physical embodiment. And for those that don't know me, that are new here, I was in the military and I went through physical assault and abuse that led to permanent damage in my body, that I fought my case. There was no equal employment opportunities. It was a boys' club big time back in the 80s. And after 7 years fighting my case that no solicitor in Australia had ever done before, with divine guidance, I fought that case. It cost me the next 18 years laid up in bed, and it created a new ruling in Parliament, new legislation for every female in the Army, Air Force and Navy in Australia. So when I speak, and it's taken me a long time to be able to own that and admit that, okay? It's taken a long time. So when I say showing up in human embodiment and physically trailblazing, that's what I'm talking about. I'm backing myself up with the goods. And I say, be careful, be aware of what many people are sharing is what they'd like to reach. Doesn't mean they're there and they've embodied it. A lot of people are sharing, and I'm just putting light on what I see with others, are sharing about the love and the light and everything, and they're yet to reach that energy space. Be careful of who you listen to and what you watch. Again, this message keeps coming through over and over today, which is very interesting. You will never reach higher ground if you're always pushing others down. That's a quote from Jeffrey Benjamin that this morning came through and to share with you all, because self-love or unconditional love of self starts with not criticizing others or yourself. Let's keep this simple. And I saw a video from Louise Hay from years ago where she mentioned that, and she simplified it. It's something I've been talking about a long time, about unconditional love. And we need to love each other unconditionally, warts and all, because you're going to find that even with your closest spiritual friends, if you're not communicating and you're not open and honest, there's going to be issues, because we're releasing so much old, so much of the old, so much is being mirrored back. Everything's a giant mirror at the moment. There's so much going on. It can take years to release old trauma and re-record in a new way, until the old pain of the past is released and refelt. And it can be a painful breakthrough for this final part of our new earth ascension. And that is the truth, that one can feel like they're hitting an invisible energy brick wall, and sometimes for years, and not know it. Now, this is current. Everything I'm sharing, if you go into, I know, I've already done it, I've been through that, you are jumping ahead, putting the cart before the horse, or you're not staying in the moment and uptaking this is new, on a different rung, on a different timeline from when our timeline was taken over all those years ago. We are creating a brand new timeline, and it takes effort, but fuck, it's fun. I assure you, it's really fun. It's good fun when you're given the bones or the guideline or the structure. I just had to throw that word in to see who was awake or who was getting a bit bored there. Hey, if you're bored with me, that's on you. There's never a dumb moment with these live videos. So until the old pain of the past is released and refelt, it can be painful. But know when it's painful releasing, it's the final time. You learn consciously each time, you don't revisit it. And as you go up the spiral of ascension, it's less and less and less, and you see it from a higher version, and it gets easier. That's how it works, everyone. Okay? This is a major upgrade collectively. We did a beautiful visualization in our pre-healing of seeing the energy grid of the planet and sending golden light to that planet, and seeing the planet's grid glowing. You can do this right now. Us coming together and joining here in this video is sending healing energy out. Do not underestimate. We need to embody. We need to come together like this. New unity is the way forward. You find that community energy for what resonates for you. Keys to new earth. Okay. Creating in new earth is to energetically, consciously slow down to feel and embody. And slow down and feel and embody what it is you are asking for or what you're asking about. I will give you an example in a moment. Stay with me. Then you create and allow a space for spirit to bring through to you either a reply or an answer or insight to the next step, or a giant aha revelation of how and what any next steps are. Okay, so let me explain now. I'm just feeling into which story to tell you. I've got a few stories to use an example. And you've probably read this, it's simple when you know. Okay, it's not hard. You've got to want to, you've got to choose to, you've got to teach yourself how to slow down, to feel and embody by being conscious. It's all linked. Okay, an example is, I used to have lemon juice in the morning. It's very good for you. It's healthy for you. It's good to alkaline. Slowly over time, because I got caught up with other things, I forgot. I forgot about the lemon juice, and it went to the wayside, and it was out of my routine. And I had difficulty. Just give me a moment. I just need to. That's what happens when you're doing lives. So I wanted to reintroduce lemon juice, bicarb soda, and to start walking again. And I haven't been able to walk for a couple of years, and I couldn't understand why. Now, I've got different back and health issues, so this is just an example. What it was is I was coming from an old mindset to go for my walks the way I used to. I was wanting to have the lemon juice the way that I used to, and I kept coming and hitting a brick wall. When I had the revelation brought to me by spirit, as we've proceeded further, that I needed to slow down. I was doing, okay, I'll just get back into my lemon juice in the morning, and it wouldn't happen. And another morning would go by. Why didn't I have my lemon juice? I don't know. I'll try again in the morning. But what it was my intent and my focus, and every cell in my body was rushing, was moving on. It really is about when I slow down, I really want and I really need to have this lemon juice in the morning. And what I did was I persisted. And it took 2 weeks of grumbling, grizzling. Oh, I'm going to do fucking lemon juice again. Oh, I'm going to go to the fridge. I'm going to cut the lemon juice. I pushed through any grumbling, and if I forgot, that's okay. I'll focus again in the morning and do it again. So it was an uncomfortable process, but what I did was shifted out of the old way, and I created a whole new way. And after 2 weeks, guess what? I don't have an issue. I automatically now go and have my lemon juice, go and have my bicarb soda. So the old mindset can be the invisible wall that is blocking you creating in the new, is what the message is. Now, Another example is due to many injuries, being in hospital a few years ago, they didn't know why my legs wouldn't work. They said I could have cancer of the spine. I may not walk again. All those things that was said, I had to learn to walk again on a walker. I've shared pictures of this. And within 3 weeks, I was off the walker. I still have a walker and a walking stick. I've got to be logical about the damage that has been done permanently. But what I am is a walking miracle. And I know that I need to do gentle walks because it's good for me in so many ways. This is about the physical. The last place we feel is on the physical, okay? People are forgetting the physical, and they're thinking they can heal it. I'll just do some, and this is no dissing anybody, this is just me taking the mickey. I'll do some energy healing on my ankle and then it'll be fine, or I'll do some energy work. You know what? Use your brain and make sure you're looking after yourself and you're utilizing, you do whatever you like. I utilize Western medicine, Eastern medicine, Northern medicine, Southern medicine, Hindu. I use everything, all types, to help me because I understand and have learned by facing death and dying over 17 times, you need to look after your physical body. Who's at that point realizing you're at the end point and you need to step it up with your physical body? Is anyone game enough to admit it? Or you're not there yet? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. And then you realize the first place we feel it is on the physical and last. All dis-ease are from emotions. The body is the barometer of the soul. Annette Noontil, this is the 20th year edition. I think it's 20. Golden edition. It's the book that I've had by my side for nearly 20 years. And also the last place we feel a shift is in the physical. And I shared about this recently. I'll tell you, I'll finish the story about the walking in a minute. I haven't finished off. Is that we are breaking old molds, okay? We're breaking through past habits, ruts, and routines. And to break them, we have to come from a brand new energy, not a mindset. See how I changed it? A new energy, because my old mindset was go to the waterfront, go for a walk, time myself. I can only do 20 minutes to 30 minutes. I've got to be careful. And that worked for me for years. So that's an old mindset and an old energy vibration. So when it came to, I need to start walking again, what I found, I didn't have the passion for it. I didn't have it. And I'm like, why can't I go for a walk? And I prayed and I need to go for a walk. Then as the energies have changed and more of the hidden ascension timeline rebellion energies are now come up and more information, we have more access to grow further in our consciousness, is I had to let go that old way and shift the mindset to create a new way energetically. And that was surrendering, letting go the old constraints of the military or fitness and get fit and we need to do this and we need to stretch. That was so heavily ingrained into me that it started causing me injuries. So then I stopped walking for a couple of years and I never picked it up again. Thank goodness I didn't, because I would have re-injured. So I've started walking again. How? Oh, because I realized it's about energy, and that not to fit it into, I must do 20 minutes, I must do this stretch. I let all of that go and I went for a different energy reason, and now I love walking again. 10 minutes, perfect. If I want to do more, I do. If I don't, I don't. Why? Because I'm listening and feeling my energy. The keys to new earth is release all the old mindset, the old structures, all the old ways that you knew to do things. You need to come from a different energy source to stand back and reassess and refeel and go in a new way to create a new way and a new timeline. This may sound very easy, very simple. I assure you, to physically implement These small yet major areas of my life of the lemon juice and the walk is very essential for mind, body, soul, spirit, balancing, releasing energies. This is not just a walk, I'm processing, releasing energies. And the lemon juice is to help with the acidity, to alkaline the body. These are very, very important pieces of the whole of looking after oneself in ascension. Shift, 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 shift. Energies are releasing. Whew, I can see lots of dark gunk going up, up, up. Also, in that key in creating newly and new earth is you need to focus every cell on what you're asking help with by feeling from your heart and soul and not thinking it. Again, this may seem like basic energy guidance. However, I assure you, behind the scenes, I'm working with so many of you that are newly learning to implement these steps. This is ahead of time. You have not done this yet. If I'm newly breaking through and working new methods out, how can you know? Okay, it is what it is. It's something it's taken me a long time to own and grow into that. It's the truth. And I only speak divine truth. I only speak and share when I back myself up. If you want to dispute or go up against anything I share, good luck with that, because you're answering straight to the source. Chris is laughing. What are you smiling at, Chris? Please share. You don't have to, Chris. If you want to share, you can share. You don't have to. So you need to focus your every cell on what you're asking help with. Are you writing things on boards, on post-it notes? I just want to imagine that and I want to dream this. You're dreaming it. You're not creating in reality. Okay, that's just my personal opinion. You do what you like. So you need to focus every cell on what you're asking help with. That's the key. Take everyone and everything out of it. And you've got to want this with every cell and fiber in your body, because you need to reach and be at an end point of what you want to change. There is another golden key. You need to reach your end point. And I'm seeing lots of beautiful souls reaching their end points. Okay. Energy is now shifting. I'm reading now and I'm sharing with you what I'm doing as I'm doing it, because in this being live, I'm feeling as I'm processing and going along what to bring through. So this is what I wrote. My personal reaching an end point recently was in a sense, and I will exaggerate, I lost my shit. One day I lost my shit in a way that I haven't lost it in, I can't remember how long. And I was so surprised when this happened. So what happened was, bear with me here. For me, that was the final, all the years of PTSD, all remnants and lost bits and hidden bits of everything that I'd worked on all came up the surface at once in a massive explosion within myself. And what I wrote was, I lost my shit like I've not, I'm pretty down to earth if you haven't noticed. I lost my shit like I haven't done physically, screaming and hitting my car, feeling I wanted to run my car in a tree. Now, I'm going to be honest and tell you that in me, that's exactly what I could feel that I wanted to do. Okay, I witnessed that part of myself as it was happening. Not everybody has worked on themselves to be able to get to that point to witness. A lot of people go through with it. Okay, so all feelings that I felt in the past all hit it fucking once. LOL, man, I rode that fucker out deliberately, consciously, and it was over, and boom, breakthrough. It was shattering. Anyway, still in the new process, and I need to share a little more. Man, how powerful and empowering it is to be able to have that experience after so many years of PTSD, etc., to be able to hold my own during an episode. You know what I mean. Fucking scary shit is what it means. Ha, ha, ha. So that's what I went through to be able to bring through about the Ascension Timeline Rebellion and hitting an endpoint. And I have not shared this for years of what it takes to bring through a video or an update. They're not just videos I get up here and rah talk. They're not just words that are coming. These are words coming through blood, sweat, tears, and ascension. And what did I do? I rejoiced for the experience. And that's what you do when you grow. You're happy. You're grateful for that experience because that's what led to your breakthrough. And that shows strength. So I just want to remind you how powerful changing words is. So I just need to take a minute and shift energies. That was really powerful to bring through that energy. It's still coming through. Much comes to light with me sharing such things that I'm even surprised that I was asked to share that publicly with you today, because that's private. And a lot of people that are holding courses, doing videos, will not show you what they go through, whereas I'm different. I will show you raw and real, warts and all, after I've gone through the experience. Why? To show the rawness and the realness of real life, embodying ascension in new earth, linking spirit and soul. And you showing up here is magical and a miracle. Thank you. I'm asking spirit what to share now. There's bits and pieces here. Okay, so I'm being guided to look at the recent updates to get a new flow of energy. What I just shared to you about me going through that endpoint breakthrough that needed to happen. If we're told beforehand what's going to happen, we wouldn't do what we're doing, I assure you. If I was told before I came on the video that I'd be feeling the dark night of the soul collectively to even come on here today through my physical body, I probably would have chosen not to do this today. So I love how spirit throws it at me. Show up, be there, you'll handle it. That's part of your healing. That's how ascension can roll. Good fun, isn't it? You'd be bored. Honestly, you'd be bored. If you didn't have these energies and yourself to work through, you'd be off going on your addictions, or I would be. You'd be off doing other things. Honestly, this is the fun bits, okay? Now, remember, we're finishing off a 22,000-year timeline hijack of our consciousness. Your consciousness and your feelings are the two essential areas. You can say whatever you like. This is my opinion. Trailblazing firstly for humanity. This is my guidance, advice, opinion, view that has worked and that does work, is your consciousness and feeling your emotions. If you're not conscious, forget it. What's the point? What are you doing what you're doing for if you're not conscious of what you're doing? Consciousness is everything. And I say this in gentleness, remembering that consciousness was hijacked and we're coming back to being more conscious. So during our embodiment in the physical, as part of ascension, is where dis-ease stems from, and the last place we release through an energy shift. And as a general guide, our left side Our left half of our bodies releases representing the past. Your right side loosely, generally, is guided with breaking through and shifting the new. So quite often I'll have a random foot pain in my left ankle for a day. I'll be hobbling and I know it'll go because I'm releasing the old. Left ankle, I look it up. I know it's the left side. I'm releasing the old. That's enough for me to work with those energies. The right side, something might hurt. Okay, I'm pushing through to the new. Release that energy just as a general guide. And the message is, please do not disregard you have a physical body as part of your spirit soul ascension. That's it. I say that's it. I see so many people writing, it's the mind. We've got to think. Get the word, the mind, and to think and shift it to I feel. I'm going to start selecting bits that Spirit's going to guide me through. The body is the barometer. And before I do that, I want to thank everyone for coming today. Thank you for those of you holding space. Your energy has been asked to join in new unity in this 144 gathering number 7. This will accelerate you exponentially as well. Don't disregard or make sure that you uptake that too. So, because it's very, very important. Beware of what others are sharing from their energy vibration. Read into that what you want. I now have souls coming from their filter, their mirror energy vibration. And what I've already shared, this is me personally, much about. I'm unable to go back to what I've shared for some time now. It's all energy. It's not just talking. So must you wait until you are desperate or nearly dying before you take a look at what you are doing to yourself? If you take a look and work out what you are doing to cause a small ailment, then it could stop a big ailment building up in the future. I'm just getting you to look at everything with open eyes. Humans are here to reason and manage this planet. When you reason out why you do the things you do and change for your own good, the planet will be managed properly as you would like it to be. The conscious thoughts of the bodies on this planet oversee the energy of this solar system. We have free will on this planet, so you do not have to change if you want to keep suffering. If you want to change and heal your body, use this book to see what you need to change in your thinking. Shift that thinking. If we do not realize we are living by other people's standards, we start putting their standards onto others. Then we put harsh standards on ourselves. This practice can put you down. Remember, you are number one and the most important person to you. All these things that go against us and create disharmony in our thinking are emotions, which are reactions. When you follow your true feelings, you're doing what is best for you, and you are in control of your life, minding your own business. And remember, that is your business is your life. Therefore, your life is your business. I could go on and on. There's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful book here that goes through. It is the best book I found to date. There are many books that people have put out. Inner Siegel has, of course, our beautiful Louise Hay, who has brought some original, amazing stuff to the planet. So this is The Body is the Barometer of the Soul. So Be Your Own Doctor by Annette Noontil, Noontil. Okay, I'm not getting to read any more from that. Even though we said we were going to, I'm going to start winding up and finishing up. I got that before. So this is very different today. Every time is very different. I trust breaking through that collective dark night of the soul energies of the planet will make it a different 144 gathering next month. So I'm being asked to go. So as I said, I don't know what's going to happen each time. I will see when I watch this back. I just want to thank you for joining and coming and adding your energy. Please know this is going through all the energy centers as well, upgrading, releasing. So I just want to gently remind you that there will be 144 gatherings for the rest of the year. This one's been cut short, and I may see it when I watch this back. I'm a little surprised at the moment that Spirit's saying wind it up now. So I'm happy that I was able to come on today, because I could have really not, and I could have pulled the plug, and I could have went, this is too much to push through these collective dark night of the soul energies. Yet I chose to persist, to persevere, because I know that it will pass through me and I don't need to go through it again. And that's what an Ascension Pioneer Trailblazer at the forefront goes through. Not everybody will go through what we do as empaths, as sensitive beings that are feeling below, beyond the iceberg and behind the scenes. I want to say to you, we are the lesser of numbers because our energy is greater. And as we come together now, New Unity is community. Wow. I want to thank you personally for your huge energy. Each one of you has a special creative energy that is unique to you. The alphas, the freak flags, whatever it is, we're all that little bit different. And that is our uniqueness. Somebody said to me the other day, I saw a post, a younger person in their 20s, I've been diagnosed with ADHD, and I'm now realizing that when I butt in and when I overtalk people, and she listed all my who I am. And I just went, don't worry about that. I'm 58 this year. I could have been labeled ADD, ADHD years ago. That is our gift. They're our superpowers. Okay. Don't apologize for being you, because gosh, I know I've done it for so long. And they said, have you got any more tips and whatever? So no labels. It's our uniqueness and our energy. And I love you so much for being who you are. And I see you and I feel you, and so does the divine. I want to thank you for joining today. As I said, this is a little bit different from the 1-2 weeks ago. This is a very different 144 gathering, remembering the first, there was half an hour pre-healing. So a lot of the energy went there, and anything else is a free gifting for you. If you are guided to join in 4 weeks' time, please join the email list, theoraclespeaks@bigpond.com, where the full updates are being freely gifted until the 1st of January 2024. There is an exchange for registering for each of these 144 gatherings every month in a private Zoom space, because people ask. And yes, I'm available for one-on-ones because people ask that as well, all via my website, AnastasiaBlueBeyondGuide.com. So please like, share, follow YouTube and Facebook. That way you'll get notifications of everything. Please know that behind the scenes so much is happening, and I'm pulling back more to allow you to step forward, to protect our energies, to release everybody else, and to release the world and let them do what they need to do, because you need to look after you. You are number one. You need to look after your physical body. Is everything. The physical is where dis-ease stems from, and the last place a shift is felt, and the picture shifting, the masculine, feminine, divine, masculine, feminine upgrade happening right now as I'm talking. There it comes. As I shifted, I got out of the way, let the divine come in. Massive divine, masculine and feminine upgrade healing is happening right now as we finish off. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining today. I so honor you and everything that you've been through and are going through, because it is worth it. We are breaking through, and yes, it does get better, and it depends on you. Remember to love you, and also we hold hands and jump puddles together, because we've got to have some fun. Okay. Thank you, everybody, so much for coming. Those of you that watch this I will email you soon. All right, bless. So much love, everybody. Thank you.